What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Savvy, and welcome back to the Savvy Show. And in today's episode, we have an SCP that slipped through the cracks, guys. This is SCP-966, Sleep Killer, from none other than Dr. Bob, guys. Yes, Dr. Bob. So I guess this already came out before I started reacting to SCP animations, and that's why I was overlooked. I have no idea, because it seems like something right up my alley. But like always, we're aware today, so we're going to find out today. So with that being said, if you guys are excited for this reaction and you do enjoy it along the way, please remember to smash that like button for me. Also smash that sub button and hit that bell so you can stay plugged for each and every upload. And I'm telling you, if you do enjoy SCP content and you enjoy my reaction style, this is the best place to be on the tube to get your fix of SCP heat. I'm telling you, you won't regret it, guys. So with that being said, without any further ado, let's get this show started. Alrighty, SCP-966, Sleep Killer. Let's hit it.
A young man tosses and turns in bed. He adjusts his pillow and tries sleeping on his back, his side, his stomach, but nothing works. He rolls over to check the time. 3 a.m.
Take some sleep meds.
This is the third night in a row he hasn't been able to fall asleep. He feels tired. He wants to sleep.
The hell?
But every time he closes his eyes and sleep starts to creep in, something happens. And suddenly, he's wide awake again. It's as if someone keeps flipping a switch in his brain to awake, and there's nothing he can do to stop it.
This weird phenomenon will be perfect in Nightmare on Elm Street. If you guys seen that movie, it's a really old one with Freddy Krueger. Yo.
It's affecting everything in his life. He can't concentrate in class. His work performance goes...
He literally looks like an old dude right next to little kids. What the hell? Let's see this again. Yo. He looks like he's 40 and these kids are like 12.
Straight in class, his work performance goes down the drain. Even his hobbies become completely unenjoyable. All he wants to do is sleep. His friends and family can tell something is wrong. It's as if he's become a different person, and they urge him to go see a doctor. But the doctors tell him there's nothing they can do for him. He's perfectly healthy otherwise. He should try some natural remedies like valerian root and get more exercise.
Why is the doctor shaking? Bro, the doctor knows what's going on with him, man. He didn't want to tell him the truth. He's going to call the SCP Foundation. I already know it.
He has no idea how many days he's been awake now.
Well, I hope
4,
so.
5, maybe more. At this point, the lack of sleep isn't even the worst part.
Doctor was tweaking, bro.
It's the hallucinations. Sometimes they're just a shadow dancing outside of his vision, but others are incredibly vivid, feeling more real than his now dreary life does.
Bro, this is the stuff you see when you have sleep paralysis. If you guys don't know what that is when your body's asleep but your mind is still awake and you can't move your body and you can see like shadowy figures in the corner of your room or right next to you, feel like they're tugging at you. Bro, it gets pretty creepy. So it literally looks like exactly what he's doing, but he's awake.
He had to stop going to work and class entirely since he can't concentrate for more than a couple of seconds at a time. His friends don't want anything to do with him, and who can blame them?
Still can't sleep? Why would you post that on Instagram or whatever you post? Yeah, Insta. Int plus? Oh my god. Yo, why would you post that? This guy is a dweeb, bro.
He has uncontrollable mood swings and lashes out for no reason. He's tried every sleep remedy there is. He took the doctor's advice and exercised as hard as he ever has.
Oh my god.
But with never being able to sleep, he has no energy left. He's becoming a living zombie. He gets up out of bed but loses his balance and collapses to the floor. He tries to get up, but he can't. He'll just lie there for a while. He starts to drift away, and he readies himself for the jolt that always wakes him back up. But this time, it doesn't come. The wave of sleep that starts to wash over him feels different this time, though.
Is this when he's going to strike?
It's heavier, more peaceful, and more permanent.
Oh, he's dead.
Hi, I'm Dr. Bob.
Damn, never mind.
This is SCP-966.
Why does that 9 look like a G?
Sleep Killer.
Oh, dang.
SCP-966 is the designation that the SCP Foundation has given to a creature that belongs to a group of anomalous predatory beasts, standing 1.4 to 1.6 meters tall and weighing roughly 30 kilograms. These hairless humanoids have an elongated face, a mouth full of pointed needle-like teeth, and each of their hands has 5 razor-sharp claws that can be up to 20 centimeters in length. Though unlike humans and apes, they are digitigrade, meaning that they walk using only their toes.
Wow.
But you won't be able to see the horrible visage of SCP-966 under normal circumstances, as they are only visible under very specific lighting conditions. They can only be viewed under light that has a wavelength between roughly 700 and 900 nanometers, which is just at the edge of the light spectrum that's visible to humans, stretching into what's known as infrared light. The only exception to this is if their skin, muscles, or organs have suffered from second or third degree burns, in which case, the affected areas of their body will show up under a greater spectrum of wavelengths that are visible to the human eye. Though frightening to look at, SCP-966 are actually quite weak physically, with very low muscular density.
Really?
Their bones are hollow, similar to birds, and while their claws may be incredibly sharp, they are also easily broken, making them unsuited for use in combat.
What the hell? So it's just for design?
They do not rest through sleep, but will, at seemingly random times, stop all movement and fall into a rest period that lasts roughly 3 to 5 minutes, after which they are able to resume their normal behavior.
So they gotta sleep,
with all of these physical shortcomings, how did SCP-966 gain a reputation as such a fearsome hunter? The secret lies in their ability to emit bursts of a previously unknown type of wave. Hunting either alone or in pairs, SCP-966 uses this wave to inhibit its prey's ability to enter any of the restful sleep stages, and also stops the ability to microsleep. These waves have been observed to be effective at up to 20 meters, though tests have shown that they can be blocked by post-transition metals, of which lead appears to be especially effective.
It seems like this SCP has been doing this for years with the same victim, because it looked like he was suffering from this from like just a younger age, and he was in adulthood, and he was still having this problem. So why did it take the SCP so long to strike and take his victim? That's weird.
SCP-966 hunts and feeds on medium to large-sized animals, which includes humans. And once their quarry has been targeted by the sleep-inhibiting waves, the effect is permanent, with no method having yet been discovered that will allow them to regain the ability to sleep. Experiments have shown that unconsciousness can be induced in other ways, such as with the use of general anesthesia, though these methods have ultimately proven to be ineffective, since although the victim is unconscious, they are still not receiving any of the restful benefits of sleep while in that state.
Oh, wow.
The effects of sleep deprivation on humans, both mentally and physically, are devastating. Symptoms can begin setting in after just 24 hours that can include mood swings, memory issues, and sensory impairment. After 2 to 3 days, the body's hormones become deregulated, and bodily functions like hunger, thirst, and temperature fluctuate wildly as cognitive abilities start to dramatically decline. Hallucinations, paranoia, and fits of rage are common, and the risk of death from sleep deprivation increases with each day that passes without sleep. And this is exactly what SCP-966 wants. After surreptitiously sending a burst of sleep deprivation waves at their victim, they will then stalk their prey until lack of sleep finally leads to total incapacitation, at which point SCP-966 consumes them.
Oh, so he waits until they die, pretty much. When lack of sleep consumes them, so they're dead forever. That's what I'm assuming, or they're in a coma or something?
SCP-966 have proven to be both extremely quiet and agile when hunting. However, they have actually been observed intentionally making threatening noises around their prey, presumably to further increase their already elevated stress levels, and potentially hastening their mental degradation. On rare occasions, they will even physically assault their victim to further degenerate their mental and physical health.
Damn!
Some of SCP-966's prey will experience especially intense hallucinations and bouts of rage, which is theorized to be caused by prolonged exposure to multiple instances of their sleep-stopping waves.
Or he's going to assault it by the SCP.
Why some victims are exposed to multiple waves when a single instance has been shown to be 100% effective is unknown. And it's hypothesized that they may only engage in this behavior when especially hungry, to try and speed up the process. Though others have put forth the theory that SCP-966 may take some perverse form of joy in seeing its victims suffer prior to expiring. Wild instances of SCP-966 have been found across the globe, and while the SCP Foundation has been successful in thinning their numbers, they still exist in high enough numbers to pose a serious threat to humanity. For these reasons, they have been assigned the classification Euclid. Mobile Task Forces IOTA-1 and IOTA-2 codenamed the Dream Hunters and Air Chasers, respectively,
That's
are
pretty cool.
continually monitoring for any reports of sudden or violent deaths related to sleep deprivation in order to identify and neutralize the remaining instances of wild SCP-966. 4 SCP-966 specimens, 3 males and 1 female, have been acquired by the Foundation, and they are currently contained in a 10 by 10 meter room that is lined with lead and equipped with infrared security cameras.
Dang.
Each specimen is fed 20 kilograms of meat each month, and in the event that the female specimen gives birth, the new specimen is to be taken for observation and study before being disposed of prior to reaching maturity. Now go and watch.
Is it two in that cell or birth by itself? Interesting. But this was a cool SCP. I always enjoy SCPs that had to deal with like dreams and stuff because I was always fascinated about that concept, like lucid dreaming, astral projecting. So yeah, this was really dope. If you guys enjoyed this SCP reaction, please remember to smash that like button, and also in the comment section below, let me know what you guys thought about this SCP. And remember, hit that bell and stay plugged for each and every upload. And if you didn't already sub and you made it this far, I literally don't know what you're doing. This should be a given if you made it through the whole episode. So get that done if you didn't already get it done. So with that out of the way, unfortunately, that concludes today's episode. However, I'll catch you guys on the next one.